Welcome to K9 Boxing. How y'all doing out there? It's your boy K to the Nizzle. K9. K9. Top 10 pound for pound best fighters of the world. So I got my picks. I got my list. And I don't know if people will agree with me on who I think the top 10 pound for pound best fighters of the world is. But definitely it's a great list. And today I might feel like the top 10 pound for pound best fighters of the world are certain people. Tomorrow I might feel like the best pound for pound fighters of the world are different certain people. I probably have to say in my top 10 pound for pound list, number one would be Canelo. And the reason why I believe that Canelo would be number one is because he's willing to fight any and everybody. Now, you might say, well, he's picking and choosing his fights. But even if you're a small guy and you move up in weight to fight somebody at 175 and you fought at 147, that's a 30-pound difference. Almost a 30-pound difference. And you got to give a person credit for doing that. Canelo is about 5 foot. They say 5'9", but I say he's 5'7", 5'8" at the most. And he's willing to go up and fight light heavyweights. And not only fight light heavyweights, he's fighting light heavyweights that's world champions. So when you're a world champion at light heavyweight, you ain't got to be the GOAT at light heavyweight. You still a light heavyweight and you're a champion for a reason. Now, no telling who you beat for the belt, but you beat him for the belt and you're the champion of the world. So when Canelo goes up and he takes a title from someone that's 30 pounds bigger than him, you got to give him credit for that. So doing that, I feel like Canelo is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. And he's willing to fight any and everybody. I don't think he's scared to fight Charlo. I don't think he's scared to fight no one. Now, Errol Spence is willing to move up to fight him at 160. That's because Errol Spence is actually a big welterweight. Now, in a fight between Errol Spence and Canelo, I would go with Canelo in that fight because Errol Spence has never fought anyone that was bigger than him. So in a fight with him and Canelo, that'll be the first time he will be facing somebody that's bigger than him. And styles make fights. Errol Spence will be trying to bang with somebody that I feel can bang better than him, which is Canelo. Canelo is a banger, and he's moving up banging with guys that's 175 pounds. That's right, light heavyweights. So if he's able to bang with a light heavyweight who walks around weighing 200-some pounds, who walks around as a heavyweight, then what is he going to be able to do with Errol Spence? Somebody that's a lot smaller, and that's a welterweight. And so at number 2 in my pound for pound list, that's right, I would say it's Errol Spence. Errol Spence comes in off a car accident, comes from a car accident, could have lost his life, got in the ring with a tough guy. I'm talking about Danny Garcia has a good counterpunch, a good left hook, which I believe is the equalizer to a southpaw. You know, I'm a real good southpaw fighter. I lost my first fight to a southpaw, and I learned from that. So what southpaws are susceptible to is overhand rights and left hooks. That's why I feel like a fight between Javonte Davis and Ryan Garcia is a dangerous fight for Javonte Davis. Because Ryan Garcia has a great left hook. That's right. And I called it when Ryan Garcia fought against Luke Campbell. I said he was going to end him with a left hook. And it was a left hook. That's right. Not the left hook I thought it was going to be, but it still was a left hook. It was a left hook to the body. A left hook to the body is what ended the fight. And Ryan Garcia shows that he can give it and he can take it. That's right. So, but Javonte Davis is on a whole nother level. I'm not saying Javonte Davis is Luke Campbell, because he's not. But styles make fights. Yeah, so you feel like Charlo should fight Plant and win the belt? Charlo fights at 160, and the Plant fights at 168. So I don't think Charlo is going to go up there and fight at 168 when he has a lot of unfinished business he can do at 160. Yeah. So Alfred, you said Bud. Myrna, what up though? Myrna, how you doing? The Crusher's no joke. The way we get Canelo versus Charlo for undisputed. Yeah, that's the fight right there. See, Canelo and Charlo, I think that'll be the fight to see right there. Canelo and Charlo will be the fight to see. Yes, indeed. But I don't think that I think that Canelo looks at it as a high risk, low reward, because he can go fight guys that are light heavyweight that isn't really a threat. Even though they big guys, they're not a threat. And it still makes him look good because he's fighting a light heavyweight who's a world champion, and he can go get a belt. You know what I mean? With a fight with Charlo has a belt, but Charlo is a lot better than the fighters that Canelo was facing at light heavyweight. Even though they bigger, that's all they got over Charlo is they bigger. They're not better. And I believe that if Charlo fought the same guys that Canelo was fighting at light heavyweight for the belts, I think that Charlo would beat those same guys. I think he would have beat Kovalev and knock Kovalev out just like Canelo did. And I think he would have beat Smith just like Canelo did. Now, I don't know if he would have knocked Smith out because styles make fights, but I do believe that he would have beat Caleb Smith. Because styles make fights. So at number three on my pound for pound list, that's a hard one. I want to say Tanz Crawford, but Tanz Crawford isn't in a position to be able to fight the best at welterweight. Now, he can fight, and I like the way he switch hits and he turns to southpaw, but he doesn't have a great opportunity. He doesn't have opportunities that the PBC fighters have. All the PBC fighters, all the welterweights are at PBC. Yeah, all the great fighters are at PBC, all the welterweights. So that right there is what's hurting Tanz Crawford. He doesn't have the competition. He's fighting guys and he's beating guys, but he's beat Kell Brook. You know what I mean? Now, who has to beat Kell Brook? So who he doesn't have a resume. He doesn't have a better resume than Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter has fought everybody, but see, he has the opportunity because, like I say, he's with PBC. And all the PBC fighters are at welterweight. So Shawn Porter has a great resume. Now, is Shawn Porter better than Tanz Crawford? I don't think he's better than Tanz Crawford, but styles make fights. I think he has a great chance to beat Tanz Crawford because styles make fights. And Shawn Porter is a bully in the ring, and he's the big dude. Remember, he fought at an amateurs. He fought at 165 pounds. When he turned pro, he fought at 154. And because of the condition and the stamina and determination, he got all the way down to 147. And at 147, he's definitely in the top five at welterweight. So let me see, pound for pound number 3. Ooh, it's a hard one to pick. I mean, you got Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo is he has all the belts at junior middleweight division. He has all the belts except one, the WBO belt, and Oscar and Golden Boy is holding that hostage. But Jamel Charlo could be number 3. I don't know who I get at number 3. Javonte Davis, I felt like he was supposed to beat Leo Santa Cruz. Did he have a knockout of the year? Yeah, he had a knockout of the year, but he was supposed to beat Leo Santa Cruz. They gave him the right person, to fight and to beat. Shakur Stevenson is a bad man, but he's with Top Rank, and I don't know if they got the right. He's not in there. He's not competing against the best right now. He's a world champion, and I think he has the biggest upside out of all the 130, 135 pounders, from Javonte Davis to Devin Haney and all those guys. I think that Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound, and at 130, 135, is the best fighter in that division. Who else do we have? Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury could be easily number 3. Tyson Fury could easily be number 1, but he's not fighting enough. You know, when you only fight once a year, it's hard to say you the best fighter pound for pound in the world when you're just fighting just once a year. I mean, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So we don't see you, we don't remember you. It's so easy to forget someone, you know. And when they pop back on the scene, oh yeah, that, you know, yeah. So Errol Spence, after the car accident, you looked at it, you said, man, Errol Spence done. He ended up off the list. He wasn't on the pound for pound list because nobody knew if he was going to be Errol Spence that he was before the accident. But he came back, oh man, and did what he did against a top 5 welterweight. And guess what? He was back on a pound for pound, number 1, number 2, number 3 list. Tyson Fury, though, man, what he did to Deontay Wilder, wow, I was shocked. I was shocked when he even fought Deontay Wilder and made it a draw the first time. I feel like he won the first fight that he had with Deontay Wilder. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, you know, but he cheated. You know, did you see the glove, K9? I feel like the commission should have did a better job. And I feel like Deontay Wilder team should have did a better job. They should have caught that if that was the case. You know, if that was the case, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? But I definitely would want to see Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. I would definitely love to see that. I really feel like Deontay Wilder should get a tune-up. He'll get a tune-up, you know, to go ahead and see that he still got it. It's one thing to know you still got it. You need to see it, you know, and once you get caught with a good shot or you get stopped for the very first time, I don't think the confidence will be there like it was before the fight. So he's in the gym probably sparring guys and knocking them out. But you got to remember, Deontay Wilder is 6'7". There ain't that many guys he ain't going to be able to knock out in the gym, especially on a level that he's on, even with getting stopped in his last fight. So when you put Deontay Wilder in the ring again with Tyson Fury and he gets caught with a good shot and he doesn't get a tune-up, he can go back to the place that he was at before. That's why I would recommend him if I was in his corner or I was his part of his team to get a tune-up. You know, get a tune-up. It'll make for a lot of noise. He go out there and knock somebody out there. Oh, man, Wilder, man, I think Wilder, you know what I'm saying? I think he going to beat Tyson Fury. But he go out there, you know what I mean, and just get right back into the same fight with the same person. I mean, I think we'll see the same results. That's just my opinion. But Anthony Joshua, man, he had the world at his feet until he fought Andy Reeves Jr. I think that fight right there did a whole lot to his marketability, to his brand. I mean, he's still a great fighter. He's still a good fighter. But once that old go, it's gone. That's right. Going, and gone. And so it's gone and it's never coming back. That's one thing in boxing. You know, once that old go, it's gone forever. You know what I mean? You can't start over. It ain't like basketball, you know, when the end of the season, you 0-0 again. Now you can go and probably do like Golden State Warriors did a few years back and go 73 and 0 for a minute. It was a 60-something and 0, and then they ended up losing about 10 games and ended up being 73 and 10 or 12. Yeah, it's not like that in boxing. You can't start over. Once you go pro and your old go, it's going and gone forever. Going, gone forever. So but I would definitely love to see that fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Styles make fights. I think Anthony Joshua will do a better job with Tyson Fury than Deontay Wilder did just because of the style. But I think Deontay Wilder would knock Anthony Joshua out because of the style. Styles make fights. He has a puncher's chance. He's a puncher. And, you know, Fury is all over the place. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. His last fight, he went out there like he was the puncher. And if he fought like that against Anthony Joshua, since that's really not in his DNA, I just think it'd be a better fight. And once again, it's just my opinion. Let me see. Top 10. We talking about top 10 pound for pound best fighters in the world. We got us Teofimo Lopez, beast, throwback fighter of the year to me in 2020. Teofimo Lopez wants all the smoke. Now, where you have fighters that talk that talk but don't walk that walk, you have Teofimo Lopez, who's willing to get in there with any and everybody. He ain't just talking, he walking. He is putting his money where his mouth is, and he's willing to fight any and everybody in his weight division. He knocked out Kami. Then he went and fought Lomachenko. And Lomachenko, even though he only had like 10, 11, 12 fights, was pound for pound on some people's list the best fighter in the world. Teofimo Lopez fought him and beat him unanimously, and that has to put him in the top 10 for sure. You know, I mean, he's up there on the list. Maybe number 5. He's up there, but once again, at number 3, I can't really say who I have at number 3. But Teofimo Lopez, a beast. Yes, he is. I would like to see him versus Devin Haney, because him and Devin Haney, you know, they sparred a long time ago. Yeah. Oh, Teofimo Lopez and Javonte Davis sparred a long time ago, but they were kids, and sparring is different. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. You said Reeves and Canelo. I don't even know who that is. Yeah. Yep. So let me see. Pacquiao is real. Is the real. Yeah, Pacquiao is the real. Yes, he is. And I respect Pacquiao. Pacquiao is 41 years old, hasn't retired, got money. He can retire. He ain't fighting for the money. You know what I mean? But he's still in the game. He is still in the game. All respect to that man. Manny Pacquiao. Beast. Absolutely. What up, though? Marshall, what's happening with you, man? God bless you. Yes, absolutely. One love. I'm trying to figure out, you said Reeves versus Canelo. I don't know which Reeves you're talking about, but you know, I would say Canelo and Plant, or Canelo and Charlo. I would say Charlo and would it be a good fight? SB believe, and she believes it'd be a good fight too, is Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs. Absolutely. Yeah. Deal to me as a fan. B-Hop lost his pro debut. Manny Pacquiao lost a few fights. Okay. Yeah, for a few fights early on. Many of my favorite MMA fighters have several losses too. Yeah, but you know, the thing about it in MMA, you can lose 100 fights and the fans will support you in MMA. Not in boxing. You lose 1 or 2 fights, you done. You are done. You know, unless, you know what I'm saying, you got a promoter that's willing to, you know what I mean, to continue to support you, or you got a country behind you. You got to think that I'm trying to figure out Arturo Gatti had losses, you know, a lot of losses, but he had a country behind him. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's the difference. MMA, the fans support to the end. Boxing, man, fans don't support to the end. Only a few. Only a few. Yeah. Reeves Jr. Yeah. Hey, so you talking about Andrew Reeves Jr. You can't, I don't know if you really know boxing like that, and I'm not trying to blaze you, but Andrew Reeves Jr. is a heavyweight. And Andrew Reeves Jr. cannot fight Canelo. Canelo is nowhere near a heavyweight. He fights at 168. 168 pound, 168 pounder is not about to fight a 200 and some pounder. So yeah, make sure you go check the weight classes. They not gonna never fight each other. Yeah, so Canelo beat Jacobs already. Yeah, Canelo beat Jacobs, but we talking about, yeah, we not talking about Canelo and Jacobs. We talking about Jacobs and Charlo. Jacobs and Charlo would be a good fight. Yep. Yeah, DJ looked bad in his last fight versus Gabe Rosado. It could have been called a draw. Yeah, I agree. It sure could have been, you know. It could have been called a draw. You're right. I absolutely agree. So who do y'all have as pound for pound number 3 best fighter in the world? Who is pound for pound number 3? The Anik, His name is spelled I-N. Yeah, I know. I see him a whole lot. Inoue. I haven't really watched his style or his fight. You know what I mean? But I heard he's definitely a good fighter. Yes, indeed, man. But 2021, I think it's going to be a great year for boxing. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's going to be a great year for boxing, and I can't wait. You know, I just, you know, because we're in this pandemic and these fighters are demanding what they got. You know what I mean? Before the pandemic, you're gonna see a lot of these good fights that probably would have been on Showtime or probably would have been on ESPN. Depends on who's promoting the fight. You're gonna have to pay for them now. These great fights or good fights that we could have saw on regular TV on Showtime, or you just paid a subscription for $10 or 20 at the most. You're gonna have to actually pay $72 for on pay-per-view. So that's the bad part of being in this pandemic, you know, for far as boxing. Yeah, so yep. So I see you feel like that Canelo is the best fighter of Mexico boxing history. And, you know, I ain't mad at you, but I disagree, and we can agree to disagree. I think that Julio Cesar Chavez is the best Mexican fighter of all time. Canelo is definitely up there, but I don't believe that he is the best at Mexican fighter of all time. No, I don't believe. Yeah, so you think Crawford number 3? Oh man, Crawford. I don't know. That might be a good one, but I got Crawford could be in other people's list. He probably number 2. But yeah, Crawford could definitely be number 3. I'm gonna make my list though. Definitely, I'm gonna make my list later on tonight and give y'all my top picks. Top 10 pound for pound best fighters in the world. And who you believe is the top pound for pound best fighter in history? Who you think? Do you agree that Muhammad Ali is the best fighter in history? Do you think that he's the best fighter? Do you think it's Sugar Ray Robinson? Them the names that's being mentioned the most. Um Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali. Do you think that they are the top number 1 pound for pound best fighters of all time? Far as who I like to watch fight, pound for pound, my best fighter to watch is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was the most exciting fighter that I actually ever saw. And as far as excitement, I'm talking about the excitement of knowing that somebody's about to get knocked out, and someone actually gets knocked out. Mike Tyson was my favorite. Yeah, he knocking guys out. He was putting guys to sleep. You know, for real. Some people think that Floyd Mayweather is number 1, the best pound for pound, best fighter in the world. He actually said he was TBE, and that was smart. That's called marketing yourself. Muhammad Ali said, "I am the greatest," and people ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So words are powerful. He started saying, "I'm the greatest." People started saying he was the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Floyd said he TBE. People said, "Man, Floyd the best ever." He say he TBE. Yeah, for real, for real. Manny Pacquiao is my best fighter of all time. Oh yeah. You know, hey, listen, that's what I agree on. I agree that the best fighter in the world is whoever you feel like the best fighter in the world is. You know, it's all opinion. Yeah. So Alfred say Mike Tyson overrated to you. Yeah. Well, you know, we all got our opinions. You know. Let me see. We still huh? Yeah, exactly. Mike Tyson punches wasn't overrated at all. Right. Hey, for real. Still Greg Hogg and Chavez fought. Taxi drivers and bums till Chavez destroyed him. Oh man, yeah. Robinson Duran. Yeah. Say 50-0, he beat trying to figure out who you talking about 50. Oh, you talking about Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, and he beat 26 champions. How many Ali beat? Well, it's a different day and era. You got to remember that. I'm not taking them from Floyd, but Floyd beat 26 champions, and most of them, if not all of them, were not in their prime. You know what I mean? So, Muhammad Ali, you got to remember Muhammad Ali. The fighters he beat, pound for pound, were better than the fighters that Floyd beat pound for pound. What fighter that Floyd fought that you thought would give him a test where he would actually knock Floyd out? When Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman, everybody and their mama said, hey, Muhammad Ali don't do it. Ali did it and won. Stop the boogeyman, George Foreman. When Muhammad Ali fought against Sonny Liston, Sonny Liston was knocking everybody out, everything out. And guess what? Muhammad Ali beat him. So that right there, you could fight. I could fight 26 champions, and if they're not on my level, I can beat them all. But when you fight against somebody you're not supposed to beat, and that's been killing everything, that's a big difference, a real big difference. Yeah, they went. Hey, it's like Vinny just said, man. They went 15 rounds back then. 15 rounds. Oh man, listen, we talking about when you go 12 rounds, 3 more rounds to go. Ain't no joke. After you already went 12. And you would probably say, man, what's only three more rounds? That ain't nothing. Let me see the average person go in there. The average person go in there and try to fight 1 round. The average person can walk the streets, go in the ring, put the gloves on, the headgear on, the cup on, all that stuff, weight pounds, or weight, it got weight on it, and go 1 round. The average street fight on the streets don't last longer than 3 minutes. So going 15 rounds, that ain't no joke, man. That is not no joke. Ali was trying to fight and beat all the top guys. Floyd was trying. Okay, he said Floyd was trying to make smart business moves. Hey, I agree with you. That's why at the end of the day, I ain't mad at neither one of them. Yeah, let me see. Yep. When Canelo fought Floyd, Canelo was 24. Exactly. That was a smart business move. See, Floyd is a smart businessman. He's the smartest or greatest businessman of all time. Floyd is a great and smart businessman. 100. Yes, indeed. Say, where would you put yourself? Say, where would you put yourself? Oh, now, man, listen. Well, me, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say I'm number 1 pound for pound best fighter in the world. So, because Joe said, where would I put myself? I put myself number 1. I mean, did nobody give me nothing? You feel me? Nobody give me nothing. I only had 10 amateur fights. I would say I'm number 1. I'll fight any and everybody. But I wouldn't really rank myself and say, I'm just saying what I'm saying now, how I feel right now. I'm gonna say I'm number 1. Average person gonna say number 1. But I let the fans be the judge, and as long as I know I'll fight any and everybody, and I feel like I could beat any and everybody, that's where I'm at with it. If Floyd fought right now, Canelo can't beat him easy. Of course. He a big dude, man. Canelo done gained weight, and he learned from that fight. Floyd ain't coming back fighting nobody but YouTubers right now. For real. Right. Exactly. And there were definitely more belts at Floyd's time. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of belts, And these days, anybody could be a world champion, boy. They got suit belts. They got Toys R Us belts. They got belts. Hey, but absolutely, man. They lucky he didn't start young. Hey, you better tell him again. K9 started late. They better lucky I ain't start young. That's right. The dog is coming. If I'd have started young, boy, oh boy. But it's hard to say that, though, because if I'd have started, I appreciate that too, first round. The K9 is number 1 in all our hearts. Yes, appreciate you. Hey, if I'd have started younger, but you got to think that maybe I would have had a certain style where certain styles would have been able to do something to me. So it's really hard to say if I would have started younger, if I would have been who I am today. It was good that I started later because I was able to appreciate once I got to where I'm at as far as boxing. So, if I would have started younger and I'd have been who I am today, then oh my goodness, I'd have been on a whole nother level. I'd have been super high. far as the level wise, you know? So, you know, I think it was good and everything happens for a reason. I started where I started at. But how do y'all feel about Sylvester Stallone being in the Hall of Fame? You know, is that a good move? He is in the Hall of Fame. Do you think that's disrespectful to the other fighters that you know that Sylvester Stallone's in the Hall of Fame? Do you think it's disrespectful that you have the YouTubers getting the big money fights? That's right. They actually fighting in main events, and real fighters are actually on the undercard. Do you think that's disrespectful? How disrespectful is it that a guy with a following can get in there and fight whoever you want to fight, make more money than you, and be the main event and be on pay-per-view? Huh? Tell me that. How? Yes, indeed. Yes, he is. Yeah, Floyd is going to fight Logan Paul in February. Absolutely. And Logan Paul, he's a big dude, you know what I mean? But you know, you gotta look at it. Floyd done sparred a lot of big dudes. And that's like a sparring session. So Floyd ain't nervous because he sparred any and everybody. Now, if it was an actual real fight, Floyd wouldn't even take it because the guy is too much big. He's bigger than him. He has a weight advantage over him. But it being a sparring session and he can make millions of dollars for it, oh man, he's going for it all day long. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the true K9. It's me. Yeah, the guy on YouTube is just marketing my mom. He has some circus fights too. Okay. I hear you. Yes, indeed. This is funny right here. Hey, first round. Yes, what's up? Hey, listen. Welcome, boy. Right. I like this right here. So my man say Logan Paul may be in a boxing Hall of Fame one day. Boxing is kind of a circus today, like the WWE. You are absolutely right. I gotta change my voice for that one. Can we change the voice for that one? Yeah, you definitely right about that one. Absolutely.
Yeah, so boxing is a circus today. Anytime you have the YouTubers main event fighting whoever they want to fight, it's crazy. I'm talking about crazy.
Yeah. So would you ever like to fight Canelo? So yeah, when I signed with Golden Boy, I was told I was gonna fight Canelo. Canelo didn't fight me though. And you know, that was a smart move. Boxing is business, you know, it's nothing personal. It's just business. It can get personal, but it's just business. And he made a smart decision by not fighting me. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Stallone did, you know, bring a lot of people to boxing, you know what I mean? You know, and it made so many people start boxing. That's true. I feel like I did the same thing. You know, I was on that reality show called The Contender, and I made a lot of people want to be boxers. A lot of people watch boxing and into boxing because of the show I was on. And yes, Sylvester Stallone has something to do with that show. So, you know, me and Sylvester Stallone gonna go down in history together because he was a co-producer of the reality show called The Contender I was on. So he's in the Hall of Fame. Put me in the Hall of Fame too, because I brought millions of people to the sport of boxing, being on The Contender, being a fight fan, the fan favorite, and showing with God all things are possible. Not some things, all things. And after the show, I won 2 world titles. Not 1, 2. Let me rewind that. 2. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out. So who would y'all have at number 4, pound for pound, best fighter in the world? Number 4. So some people said number 3 would be Tanz Crawford. Who was number 4? Yeah, who was number 4? Because my son want to know. I want to know. Oh man, first round. You already know. Jesus for life. Absolutely, absolutely. Number 4, pound for pound. SB, who you got number 4, pound for pound? Oh yeah, we have to pull up the list and see what y'all got. Who y'all think pound for pound the best fighter in the world is? Number 4. Oh, Unique, you said Unique is pound for pound number 4. I gotta go take a look at him because he's not in the division that's really hot, so I don't really pay attention to that division that he's in. Yeah. Yeah. What about you say? Oh, you say, you know what? He's a good fighter. I saw him fight before. He does have skills, but he's not really a big heavyweight. He's really a cruiserweight, and he done a better job at cruiserweight. Yeah. I don't think that Ryan Garcia will fight Jake Paul. No, I think Ryan Garcia will fight Jake Paul, but Jake Paul ain't gonna fight Ryan Garcia. Those YouTubers are just looking to cash out on people with big names who they know they can beat. I was just actually on Twitter going back and forth with Jake Paul's trainer and actually fighting him, letting him know that if you want to really be respected in the sport of boxing, then he should fight a 2-time world champ. And he was definitely trying to avoid that by telling me, oh man, you should fight this guy, you should fight that guy. He want me to fight Centron because Centron jumped in on the conversation. What we gonna fight him for? We gonna fight Logan Paul. We gonna fight Jake Paul. That's what we want to fight. I done paid my dues. You know what I mean? You got to pay your dues. For sure. Yeah, so I don't know. Y'all, I mean, shoot. I don't know who y'all got for number 5. I still rank Lomachenko very high pound for pound. I think he should be fighting at 130, but I think he can still win the rematch with Lopez at 135 too. Lomachenko has the most skills. Definitely Lomachenko do has the most skills. And I think that if they did fight at 135, I think he could beat him too. I think what hurt Lomachenko is definitely he moved up. If he would have actually got a little tune up before that fight, because he hadn't fought in over a year. So when you haven't fought in over a year and you a little older, it can hurt you more than it'll hurt the guys that's younger. So if he'd have got a tune up and then fought against Lopez, I think he would have won that fight. That was on him, but I don't think he get no rematch. They're gonna move on. They're gonna take that victory, take the shine and crown and the pound for pound list from beating that guy and moving on, and which is smart. I wouldn't give a guy a chance. I mean, real talk. Yep. Okay, so we see Universal Boxing. You say what? You got Canelo, Unique, Crawford, Estrada. And you ain't got Errol Spence on there? Errol Spence, man, he popped the listen. Errol Spence is willing to fight any and everybody in his weight class. I mean, he done proved it. Errol Spence is a beast, and he definitely, to me, I believe, should be on your list. Unrivaled boxing talk. Yeah, first round. Indeed, such an underrated fighter. Reckon he number 1. It's very competitive weight. So many fight there. That's true. Absolutely. It's like y'all don't have no respect for Crawford. Right. No, they don't, do they? Yeah, so you say Lomo had a shoulder injury too, but props to Teofimo Lopez. He's a very good too. Yeah, that's the thing about it though. You go into a fight with any kind of injury, that's on you, You can bring it up and it might be true, but you got to make the right decision. In a fight, when I fought against Charlo, I went into that fight with a rib injury, but that was my bad. I shouldn't have took the fight. I should have postponed it, let my injury heal, and then fought him. So us as fighters, you gotta, it's hard to bring it up after the fact. You know what I mean? The truth is the truth. You know what I mean? But you gotta make smart decisions. Floyd said it: work harder instead of smarter. I mean, work smarter instead of harder. Yeah, yep. So, and that's real talk, man. What's the difference? Tell me this, if y'all can tell me. I mean, I know the difference. What's the difference between a fighter and a boxer? It's a difference between a fighter and a boxer. I'm gonna tell you the difference between a fighter and a boxer. A fighter is more like Mike Tyson. He's just bobbing and weaving and trying to knock you out. A boxer is like Muhammad Ali. They gonna stick and move, move around, dance, you know what I'm saying? Entertain as a boxer, Roy Jones was a boxer. You know what I mean? Joe Frazier was a fighter. Styles make fights. Rocky Marciano, his style is a fighter. So it's a difference between a boxer and a fighter. You call him a boxer, but you got to know the difference between when a person is boxing and when a person is fighting. Leo Santa Cruz is a fighter. He's going in there trying to knock you out. And in so doing that, he was tailor-made for Javonte Davis, who caught him with a great uppercut. Javonte Davis is a fighter. He probably can box, but he hasn't been in position, have been put in a position to be a boxer. He's a fighter. He's like a little Mike Tyson. I respect him so much because he's so little and trying to knock your head off, Prince Nassim. Even though he had a nasty style, he was a fighter. He's trying to knock you out. You know what I mean? He's a fighter. Yeah, he's a fighter. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather in the beginning, whether you want to agree or not, in the beginning, Floyd Mayweather was a fighter. When he called himself Pretty Boy Floyd, go look what he did. What was my man's name when he fought against a man in the past? Oh man, he fought that man. Yeah, he's a fighter. Floyd was trying to knock you out when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. Yeah, for real. Gary Russell versus Javonte Tank Davis. Yeah, that would be a good fight. Yeah. Yeah, it'd definitely be a good fight. Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely be a good fight. Yeah. K9, is there some tips on beginners? Definitely. If you're a beginner fighter, make sure you do your homework and make sure you get you a trainer that really knows boxing. A lot of these trainers now are big hype jobs. They'll go and watch the internet, study the fast pad work, blah, 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 and then that's what they'll do. That's all they'll do. Yep. But when it's time for you to actually get some instructions or be able to avoid a punch, guess what? They don't know what to tell you because all they ever did was just watch pad work and they grabbed some pads, and since it looked cute, they did that, and that's their full workout. So yeah, you definitely need to definitely study on who gonna train you. Make sure they know what they're doing. Study a style, figure out what a style you want to fight at, and try to master it. Take your time, keep learning, and definitely keep God first. That's a few little tips. It's many, many more. Just keep tapping in. You'll get more and more and more tips from me for sure. Diego Corrales versus Floyd. There you go. It was Diego Corrales. Yeah, Floyd stopped him. I was surprised in that fight because I didn't know. I wasn't up on Floyd like that. Even though I saw Floyd fight. I was at his fight when he fought against the Drunken Master. When he fought against a Drunken Master at Joe Louis Arena. That guy, the Drunken Master, probably beat Floyd that fight. Floyd even said that was his toughest fight to date at that time. But Diego Corrales, I was very impressed, and I think to this day, that was the most impressive victory that Floyd had in his whole career was against Diego Corrales. Yeah. Eubank is good, but Eubank don't fight enough. Out of sight, out of mind. Where is he at? Where did he go? Yeah, I don't know where he at. Yep. So, man. But these actually, Emmanuel Gustus, his name is Emmanuel Gustus, not Emmanuel Taylor, it was Emmanuel Gustus. A good try, though. Good try. You was close. You definitely was close. Yep. Definitely close, man. I just look forward to it being some great fights. I really hope the guys at 130, 135 pounds, I hope they fight each other more sooner than later. We don't need them to wait. We need that to happen ASAP. They should have a tournament. The 130, 35 pounders versus all of them fight each other. The 147 pound weight division, they should fight each other. The junior middleweights, all of them should fight each other. The heavyweights, all of them should fight each other. They should have tournaments, man. It's like the Contender. Yep. The winner goes on, the loser goes home. What are some fights that you rewatch and get hyped about, champ? I know you love Sugar Ray versus Tommy Hearns. Yeah, man. That was the best fight today that I saw. To me, in my eyes, it was that fight. Yeah. That was man. Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. What fight do I like? What I enjoy watching sometimes? I enjoy. What fights do I really just watch. I watch a lot of my son sparring. I enjoy watching him progress. You know, I don't really watch too many fights and go back and watch old fights like that. But I'll probably go watch fights I haven't saw. And I might go watch certain trainers, like I'll go watch Emmanuel Stewart because the man knows a lot about boxing and you can learn a lot from him. You know what I mean? Yeah, may he rest in peace for sure. Yeah, definitely. That's what I do. I spend my time, when I'm in the boxing world, I'm doing that. But every day could be different. Yes, indeed. Devin Haney slept on. Yeah. No, Devin Haney a beast too, though. Devin Haney, them guys, he has a will to win. Kind of reminds me of Floyd when it comes to his will to win. His will is really up there. Like he has a real strong will to win. Yeah. Yeah. Spence. Yeah, Spence will fight Jamel Charlo. I don't know if you're just saying something just to be saying it because think about it. They both got the same trainer. So, I didn't mind putting that up, but it's not really making no sense. DH. No hard feelings or nothing, but man, make sure you're doing your homework when you when you say some stuff, boy. You want to make sure you're on point with it. Cause Spence and Jamel Charlo got the same trainer. So 9 times out of 10, they probably never fight. They sparred enough with each other to know each other. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't mind seeing them at a sparring session. I'm quite sure it gets real heated. And only them two or the trainer, and the trainer know exactly who get the best of the other one, or the other person. Period too. I don't like to put cherry pickers or boring boxers on my pound for pound list. Yeah, I got you. That makes sense for real. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, boy. Yeah, but I got this little stimulus check video, man, that's going viral. Y'all make sure y'all tap in and check that out. Yeah, it's the young lady, she actually was counting her money. She counted her money on Instagram, right? And somebody snatched her money broad daylight while she was counting her money. And she got to saying, what the? She tried to go get it. I don't think she ever got it back, but yeah, that mug is banging. I think a month ago it was at 33,000 views. Now it's at 300 and some thousand views. So that mug is taking off. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Yep. But we got some Conor McGregor. He's about to fight. He got a fight coming up, so I might probably order that and commentate that fight. So Logan Paul finna fight. All these YouTubers about to fight each other. Man, look, Nate Robinson, man. Hey, I hate that happened to him, man. I like that when he got on Instagram though. He actually said, "Hey, man, hey, warriors take chances and things happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just life, and basically that's the real. You know what I mean? Cats want to blaze them, whatever, but everybody ain't got the heart to get in that ring and just try to fight. You know what I'm saying? Especially in front of the world. And especially somebody that's really taking it serious, So everybody that laughed at him, let me see you get in the ring, Yeah, what would you do? If Stallone is in the hall, where is Carl Weathers and K9? Right. Yeah. Carl Weathers and K9. Yeah. Carl Weathers, that's the guy. Ain't that the guy that fought Rocky in the Rocky movie? I think that was him, right? Yeah. Oh man, so Porter. Oh, yeah, I guess you're trying to say Porter. Yeah. What that video fake? I seen that. No. Nope. I don't think it was fake. Because if I thought it was fake, I wouldn't even put it up. I think it was real. Yeah, I think it was really real. I think she got, you know what I mean? Hollow Creed. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, what are your top 5? What are you guys' top 5 boxing movies? What's the top 5? You have to put Rocky as number 1. Rocky would be number 1. I like this movie. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, called Champion. Kirk Douglas was he actually played in the movie. And so yeah, Champion. I would put Champion at number 2. $1 Million Baby, what would $1 Million Baby be at? It's a few of them, man. It's a few of them. But definitely Rocky would be number 1, right? For sure. Rocky got everybody want to be a boxer. Dun-dun-dun. But do I agree with him being in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. I mean, you know, he could have just got an award for that or something, you know? But I don't know. That's just let you know you can play boxing. You definitely can play boxing. That's why all these YouTubers are starting to box now. Hey, they can make money and fight who they want to fight. Oh man. Hey, man, you can play boxing. Yep. You do what you want to do in the sport of boxing. You're Raging Bull. Definitely. $1 Million Baby. There's a lot of them out there. Oh, I like that one movie. That one movie that JJ played in. What's that movie that JJ played in? When he got hypnotized and he went out there and man, and somebody tell me what that movie is called. And he knocked my man's out. He got hypnotized, but then one time they tried to hypnotize him, and he didn't get hypnotized. And boy, he went out there and lost the fight, and the guy had bet all that money on him. That was a good movie. Can somebody tell me what that movie is? That movie called. I think I got that movie around here too. You remember that movie, SB? Oh man, that was a great movie. JJ got hypnotized, y'all. What was that movie called? Man, that was a good movie. Can somebody tell me? Let's do it again. There we go. Yes, indeed. My man's always on time. Marshall, yes. Let's do it again. That was a good movie. Yeah, look, that was up there at the top. I might have to go with that probably was number 2. You know what? That might be, for me, that might be number 1. You know, I have to, if I don't say Rocky is number 1, people going to say, man, how are you not going to say Rocky number 1? Someone is saying it just so I don't get beat up. You know what I mean? It's like if you talk about a certain people, they'll blaze you, they'll stone you. I'm still waiting for real too. Yeah. And how do y'all feel about this stuff that's going on at the White House? You know what I mean? The White House, they is going crazy, man. They fighting. You know what I mean? Is Donald Trump a sore loser? You know what I mean? Is him and Biden gonna do a celebrity boxing match? At the end of the day, though, God gonna defeat the devil. But at the end, God gonna win. It's like in a movie, the bad guy always lose at the end. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's more famous than many great boxers. That was true, K9. Oh yeah. Of course. You gotta remember, yeah, because everybody watched that. And did you like that? Did you love the sound effects? He added them same sound effects in the Contender. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go watch some of them Contender videos that I put up. Yeah. Streets of Gold, even a good boxing movie. I never saw that one before. Yeah, Streets of Gold. Yep. Digstown. If the protesters were black, it would have been blood everywhere. Yeah, that's what I heard. You know, I don't really get off into politics that much, but I did see some of the videos. It was crazy, you know? It was crazy. Yeah, I know I got a guy who I trained, man. He said he was going down there to support Donald Trump. So Yeah, he must have knew that it was gonna be how it was. You had people that was willing to leave, you know what I mean, to go down there and protest, to leave their jobs, take off from work, to go down there and, support Trump. For real. It was crazy though. It definitely was crazy. Exactly. And they all got a get out of jail free card. Any of them that went to jail. That's what SB said. Right. Oh, no, they didn't go to jail. Right. Yeah, Sergio Mora, he acted like he wanted to fight me when I was on season 2 of The Contender. Yeah. What do you think about Shawn Garcia, Trigger Russ? I saw that fight too. Yeah, I did. And K9, love you back. Yeah. Absolutely. You say Henry Armstrong, top 5 for 5, pound for pound. Yeah. Man, any of them guys, man, in those days, man, would give the fighters in these days problems. Like, you gotta remember, those fighters back then wasn't getting the kind of money, you know what I mean, that the fighters are getting now. Fighters nowadays are more spoiled. I believe they're more athletic, but I believe they're more spoiled. But those fighters back then compared to the fighters now, man, you put those same fighters back then in a time chamber and let them fight in these days and give them the same kind of equipment and the same kind of technology and same things that they doing now, those same fighters back then. And man, I just would hope that they would still be as hungry, because you start eating and making money, it's easier to just, just to sit back and chill and take a deep breath and say, finally, Yeah, that could be the case. Yeah, that could be the case. But boy, oh boy, we got to stop the violence. Do y'all remember that song? Public Enemy. I know Flavor Flav. Stop the violence. Yeah, we gotta stop the violence, man. I mean, I think what they say about Rodney King. Rodney King, it was can we all get along? We need to all get along. That's what I really want us to do, is get along with each other, man. And put the guns down and put the gloves on. Yeah, we definitely need to put the gloves on. Minutes. Yeah. Do you need a punching bag to start boxing? Oh boy, you son. Yeah, you definitely a beginner then, and far as boxing wise, right? No, you don't need a punching bag to start boxing. You just need a gym. You need a gym to start boxing. You can actually start boxing at home. You can go if you haven't subscribe to my channel. And make sure y'all push the like buttons too, man. Make sure y'all push the like buttons if y'all haven't, But yeah, you could actually look at some of my tutorial videos. You can start boxing at home and learn something. So before you go to the gym, you can actually kind of seem like you know what you're doing. So watch some of my tutorial videos and learn how to throw the jab, learn how to stand in a proper position, and then you start boxing, because you want to go to the gym knowing something, or at least looking like you know something. Yep. Yeah, you definitely need to get get some boxing gloves and get you some hand wraps. Of course, you got shorts, you necessarily got to have boxing shoes right away. Depends on what ring you in, because some people don't like you coming in a boxing ring with with gym shoes on. So probably want to get you some boxing shoes. You definitely want to get you some boxing gloves and some hand wraps. And you don't need a mouthpiece. You shouldn't need a mouthpiece when you first get in the gym. You shouldn't be sparring when you first get in a boxing ring or you get in a boxing gym. You should know what you're doing before you start sparring. And if you're sparring someone that's whooping you, you shouldn't spar them the next day. And even if your trainer tell you to, because maybe he don't have experience to put you in there with the right people. So definitely have to really watch that. Yep, absolutely. I agree. Guns down, gloves on, for sure. Yep. What happened? Who do you think will have won out of Andre Ward? I did a video. Go look at my video I did on that one too. I did one on Andre Ward versus Roy Jones. Absolutely. On my channel. Yeah. You got it, Myrna. Yeah, what's up though? Muhammad. What's happening, my dog? Yeah, good to see you. Tapped in at the last minute. It's better sooner than later, right? Dogs are us. I gotta go run today too, man. I'm probably gonna run about, I don't know, maybe 3 miles. Maybe I only do 3. Trying to get me a good workout in. Yeah. I mean, 3 ain't a good workout for me. I'm gonna do other stuff after that though. So, good workout for me. At least 9 miles, you know what I mean? So 9 miles, and that's working for me. Not no 3. Make sure y'all get in, y'all tap in, or y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed and you new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications. Yep. But yeah, I gotta go live later on doing an interview with my man's Cunningham, Steve Cunningham, former world champion, at 9 o'clock. That'll be a good fight. Yeah, that fight should have happened too. I think it should have happened. Manny Pacquiao versus Lomachenko at 130. Yeah, it should have happened, but Manny Pacquiao ain't fighting 130 no more. He's a little older now, so you ain't about to go backwards. He at 147, so that would have been a good fight a while ago. It should have made it happen. 2 southpaws versus each other, and 2 fast southpaws, slick southpaws. That'd have been a great fight. But too far, too gone. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Going, gone. Yeah. 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 I'm trying to figure out, can anybody tell me that southpaw? I remember him too, but he was a southpaw. He committed suicide, but he was a beast. He retired undefeated, and I think he had all knockouts too. He knocked oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. Yeah. Can anybody tell me the southpaw that committed suicide? He was undefeated, and he knocked everybody out. Yeah, exactly. He killed his wife and committed suicide. What's his name? Rivero. His name Barbaro, something like that. Yeah, Vero something. Yes, indeed. I remember homeboy. Okay, yeah. Man, yeah. Yeah, he killed her and killed himself, man. Y'all can't, as human beings, you got to do better than that, man. You don't want to be here, that's on you. But don't take somebody else's life. I don't recommend you take your own life. It should never get that bad that you want to kill yourself. And life is worth living. God blessed you to live, you live. God said, I shall not murder. Killing yourself is murdering. It's murder. Don't ever do nothing to yourself. I would never, ever, ever, I don't care under what circumstances, I'm never going to kill myself, And on top of that, kill somebody else. Oh, man, they ain't not ready to go. Why are you going to take something from them or take them out of there because you want to be up out of there? Don't kill nobody. Don't kill yourself. Keep God first. You'll be all right. Edwin. There we go. His name Edwin. There you go. Edwin, his last name was Bavero or something like that. That's how I knew I was on it. I was on it, my mans and them. Yeah, absolutely. Man, how do I know if the trainer really helping me? Yeah, you gotta do homework. If you want to know the trainer really helping you gotta do homework. You know what I mean? You gotta know. That's why I say you keep tapping into my channel. You will know if he helping you or not. Just ask questions. Ask questions, and just see if you're advancing. You should know if you're advancing or not. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a true ultimate sin. Yeah, he might have had mental illness, man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shoot, man. Drugs it'll make you mentally ill, man. Cause I saw a rapper. I don't know what rapper that was. Do you remember the rapper that was SB? Huh? Famous Dex. A guy named Famous Dex. He was young as I don't know what, but man, look, every bit of 97 years old. And thank God he had went to the rehab, but he didn't feel like he needed to go to rehab. He felt like he was okay. Man, but man, he looked, like I say, every bit of 97. I'll be nice and say 79, But man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. And get at me 9 o'clock tonight, 9 p.m. Yeah, get at me at 9 p.m. y'all tonight. Y'all have a great day. Stay out of trouble. And Jesus for life at K9 Boxing.